Yo, Fancy Community, welcome to Proper Things, the FPL show sponsored by the ttfplproleague. It's your host, Michael, back again with the final episode before kickoff on the 24-25 FPL season. And I'll be back now with my final draft for Game Week 1. This will most likely be my 15-man squad and my starting 11 going into the Friday deadline. So I hope you all enjoy. And good luck to all. And let's kick things off with my final draft for the 24-25 season. In midfield, we can see that Mo Salah, the king of FPL, retains his spot. He's been in my team since my first draft and he's not moving. He'll also be my captain for Game Week 1. I think the matchup versus Ipswich could be a high-scoring game, although it's the first game or the Gandhi game come Saturday morning, but I think Liverpool should walk away with the victory and Mo Salah with a haul. So he will be my captain for Game Week 1. Accompanying him is his teammate Diego Jota, a new arrival from the last draft. After viewing the preseason game versus Sevilla, I think that Jota, when fit, is one of the best assets in the game. And right now, he's not only fit, but he seems to be in the starting 11 for Liverpool. So he could definitely help me get off the blocks very quickly. Accompanying them is Christoph Nkunku, the $6.5 million guy that a lot of people seem to be bringing into their squad. There was some concern in the last preseason game as he only played 45 minutes, but I think he will prove to be a starter for Chelsea. And with no Rodri for my boys in Sky Blue, I think Nkunku could find himself on the score sheet. So, and you know that Chelsea's schedule is very, very beautiful, or chef's kiss from Game Week 2. So Nkunku will definitely be in my team. And it's the return of Eze to round out my starting four. I couldn't really find a reason to not bring Eze back with the hype that he's been getting this game week and his ownership, especially now that we know he's locked in on the penalties, as there was a little rumor that Zaha may return to the Eagles, but that rumor turned out to be nothing more than a rumor, and he will not be returning to Crystal Palace at the time of recording. So Eze looks locked and loaded on the set pieces for Crystal Palace, and he should be good going forward. So we'll keep an eye on Eze, but he'll definitely be in my team to start the season. And Oscar Bob, the $5 million guy, who I've been touting to get on the ship from the beginning of the off-season since he's been phenomenal, will provide backup and stellar pick for Game Week 2 when Man City take on Ipswich at the Etihad. So he's ready and willing to come into the team. And finally, if you look at my front three, my starting front three, I mean, Erling Haaland is Erling Haaland, 15 million, no problem. I think that well describes itself. So Erling Haaland retains his spot in my team. Accompanying him is the most owned player in the entire FPL game in Alexander Isak. He's been having a phenomenal preseason. He's been scoring goals for fun. Newcastle are looking like a great unit, and he plays Southampton Game Week 1. I know he's also going to be a, highly owned captain pick for Game Week 1. And I think this is one of the assets you can't afford to go without from the start of the season. And rounding out my starting 11 is Nunez of Fulham. People who know me know that I love to have an asset in the first game or the Friday games that seem to be popular now in the Premier League. I love to get my toes wet, and I think Nunez could provide a quick jolt of points versus Manchester United, especially with the injuries they have in their backline. As just this morning, we heard that Luke Shaw will be missing the start of the season, so that backline for United may not be the unit that the fans want to see going forward, but there's definitely an opportunity to exploit that matchup. So that will be my 3-4-3 to start the season. I like the options that I have in midfield, and the bench has a little bit of oomph on it. As we could see, Robinson, Bob, and Baku will provide opportunities to rotate. I have to have a little warning here that if there is a little change or a little leak that we may see one of these players not starting, or I feel like Oscar Bob has to come into the team, I will have the opportunity to do that. So you just look in the comments as I'll tag my final team in the comments. So you can look out for that. And best of luck to all the managers. And I hope you all do phenomenally well this season. And ladies and gents, it's only 48 hours away from the kickoff of the season at the time of recording. I know that a lot of preparation is going into the season, but make sure that you all don't forget to call Ezra. You see the number at the bottom of the screen there, and tell him that you want to join the ttfsl Fantasy League and pay $250 and come in, because there's a lot of prizes to be won. $10,000 for the winner. There are prizes from 1 down to 10 monthly awards, monthly trophies, and of course a lot of banter and fun this season. So I know that Ezra is working overtime to make sure that the league runs smoothly. So call the number at the bottom of the screen there. Ezra making things real easy for you. Just call and he's signing you up easy, like 1, 2, 3. So call him up, make sure you're signed up, you're locked in. I know there's a lot of chat now going into the group chat. A lot of managers are gnawing at the bone to get things started. And make sure that you don't miss the start of the season. Remember, I telling you it's going to be a phenomenal season. Can FPL Trinity retain its crown? Will there be a new winner? Will a new upstart surprise everyone and make history? Well, all this and more, and it's starting this Friday. So make sure, again, call the number at the bottom of the screen and sign up for the ttfsl's Fantasy League this season. Thanks. And finally, let's see what the AI has to say about my team. And we can see that they absolutely love some of my picks, as I have a 96 out of 100 rating. So hopefully this does translate into fantasy points, and it's reassuring to see that the AI is backing up my strategy for Gameweek 1. So best of luck to everyone again, and I'll see you all next week to see how this all turns out. I just want to leave you all with a fun segment, as last episode we had an update on Hurricane Haaland. And the slogan here is, even if you're scared, be prepared, as a lot of people are saying that Haaland is not worth the 15 million price tag. We could see that at the beginning of this little fun segment, he was at 34% owned. Last episode, or about a week ago, he was 41% owned. And now, just 48 hours before the kickoff of the fantasy season, we're seeing now that he's moving now to the 50%, as he's currently 47.5% owned. I predicted that this asset will be around the 60% mark come Gameweek 1, and I think he will reach there, as a lot of FOMO is coming in from the West, and the budget options are rising, such as the 5.5 midfielders, the 6.5 midfielders, whether it be Nunez now in attack or Wood in attack. So there's a lot of strategy going in now to afford Erling Haaland, and I expect him to be in about 60% of teams. And this is not me saying that you have to have Haaland, or you could afford, or you can't afford not to go with him, but I'm just saying, if you're one of those managers who don't have him in your Gameweek 1 team, you have to be able to plan accordingly, because come Gameweek 2, if you're without the Norwegian, you're not going to be facing Erling Haaland alone. You'll be facing Erling Haaland with an armband on him, so it's going to be double trouble. So make sure that you're prepared and you're executing your plan, especially if you're going without Erling Haaland. And that will be the final Hurricane Haaland update before Gameweek 1. Even if you're scared, be prepared. And that brings us to the end of episode 4 of season 2. I hope you all are ready for the new season. You all enjoy the content, whether you like my team or not. I'd like to hear from you all in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and all the best for Gameweek 1. And don't forget to do proper things in all walks of life. I'll see you all soon.